All right, Beth, what's happening?
That was awful.
No, it wasn't. It was really good.
That was fucking awful, Georgie.
Well, we're not in Gloucester now.
Cheltenham.
You're not in Cheltenham. We film in Gloucester. Where are we, though?
I don't know.
You will notice if you're watching that we're nowhere near home. We've come all this way out, and it's because we have a very special guest. So I feel like I need to give you some clues on who it is.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks ream.
Oh God! You know what? You know I tell you that you're not cool
I am
at
cool.
all, and
Right,
you think
you're
you're
getting no
like
more
down with
clues.
the kids.
Brian, let's roll the intro, and I'll tell you who it is.
I'm embarrassed for you, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome
The Unfiltered Bride Podcast. Tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
Guess what the Crafty Lab have done now?
What? Anything they do, I'm sure I'm going to love.
They have created larger size newspapers, and I mean like big, tabloid style.
I'm obsessed. That is so cool.
I have the best idea for these. Imagine giving one of your groomsmen like an A-board to wear, and they stand at the front and hand out newspapers to guests on the way in. Like the welcome sign meets the order of the day meets fun.
That would be so good. But I'd have them around for breakfast, like croissants, fruit, and my big face on a tabloid right there.
Yes, and you'd have to save some for that iconic shot in the morning with the bridal party in their PJs in bed.
Basically, these are an absolute no-brainer.
And they are less than £4 each, so you get iconic photos, welcome signage, order of the day, and so much more for less.
You could even include your table plan, menus, basically everything because you've got the space.
Guys, get yourself to the Crafty Lab now.
And use Unfiltered for 10% off. You're welcome.
So I am very excited to announce that we have got band owner, top tier singer, and Essex playboy James Argent in the house.
What's the definition of playboy?
I don't know. You're giving it. You're
Like
giving
party
it.
boy or like womanizer?
Bit of both. What do you
No,
want to be?
absolutely not. I mean, I was a bit of a party boy in my day, which is why things didn't
I'd
go
wear
too
your
well.
playboy crown with pride. So my husband is here, but I think he won't mind me saying you are looking fit. You look great.
Oh,
Like
thank
I
you.
don't feel like we can just skip over that bit because most of the people listening will know you from your TOWIE days.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and you said it yourself, like you've rebranded.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've had a few rebrands over the years. I think every time I come out of rehab, I had a new rebrand. But yeah, I think this might be the final one.
Yeah. Are you James now?
I'm James. I'm
Ooh.
James Argent, the wedding singer.
Wow. Okay.
But no, I appreciate your words. I do feel much better.
Yeah.
I feel happy. I feel healthy. I feel fit and strong.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you look.
you look great.
You're glowing.
Thank you.
So people listening will be like, "Cool, girls. Like, why have you got James Argent on your podcast?" Give everyone a little bit of why are we talking to you?
Okay, so the reason why you're talking to me is obviously this is a wedding podcast,
It
right?
is, yeah.
And I'm a wedding singer. I am a full-time wedding singer.
Full time.
Yes,
Nice.
that is my bread and butter. I mean, listen, not specific to weddings. We
Yeah.
still do birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, corporate events, charity dues, whatever you want. But yeah, predominantly I'm a wedding singer, and I'm finally doing what I've always wanted to do.
I was going to say, I think I remember back in the day,
Yeah.
you definitely sang on some episodes, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it kind of... listen, I always had a love for like musical theatre and performing and stuff like that. But I think that maybe in like the TOWIE days, in the early days, it was always more of I'd come and get up and give us a song. That was always a bit of a laugh, and everyone would like to see me sing, 'cause it'd be a bit of a laugh and a bit of fun. Everyone would sing along. And then like after time, I kind of realised that actually like this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm meant to do, and I want to put all my heart and soul into it, and I want to work hard at it, and I want to put together a proper party and function and event band.
Nice. So have you found it difficult, and I hope I'm not rude in saying this, but going from being like it more of a joke to actually, no, seriously, we do, because I don't want people to picture, we get the Arg band and it's a joke and it's a novelty and things like that. What is the band actually like?
I think for the when the band first started, I think that it was a case of you were booking the Arg band or myself, and it was more to kind of see Arg from TOWIE.
Yeah,
it was like an excuse just to like see Arg from TOWIE, get him to your party, because you know TOWIE does have you know, The Only Way is Essex is a big brand, and it's got a huge fan base, and it was more like, you know, get Arg to our party and get him to sing a song. And I think that as time's gone on, it's actually more of the case of, oh my God, like, the Arg band's unreal, like they're a great band, as opposed to let's get Arg from TOWIE to our event. Do you know what I mean?
So are you always, if people book the Arg band, you're always there?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I want my money back.
There's no Arg band without Arg being there. But I mean, the band itself, it isn't all about me, which is great. It's the reason why it works. The reason why it works so well is because it's about the whole band and the musicians. Obviously, I might be kind of the face of it, but when you book us, I'm always alongside someone who's previously been on X Factor or Britain's Got Talent or The Voice, and some of the musicians in the band are just phenomenal. I've currently got my electric guitarist Dom. He's just had a long residency with, like, you know, the ABBA Voyage.
Yeah.
I don't know the right pronunciation.
I don't even know if we know.
And like,
I know ABBA. That's what I mean.
Like, these are like top musicians. We did have a previous guitarist called Tom, who's a great lad, and he actually left us to join Ed Sheeran. He's now playing like with Ed Sheeran on like stadium tours around the world. So behind me, you know, I wouldn't settle for anything less than like the best musicians.
Proper band.
Yeah, we've got a phenomenal drummer, guitarist, bass guitar, keys player, saxophonist. Like, these are truly great musicians who have toured with some of the biggest acts out there. Do you know what I mean? So the band itself, they're extremely talented.
We heard a little snippet of it at the National Wedding Show.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
And again, I think it is that thing of, we went over to see Arg from the Ways Essex. Like, we were like, we'll go and have a look. And we were like, actually,
first of all, foremost, he looks great.
No, and who's the other? Is it the pianist that's fit?
Yeah, Ryan, yeah. He's a hit with the ladies.
Good-looking band.
Yeah. That's the thing. But
they're all handsome boys.
Yeah,
they're all Essex boys. We're all friends. They're all handsome lads, and they've all got like they've all got a lot about them. Like, they're good characters, but they're good people. So that's why, like, I think they do say, what's that saying? Do a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life, or something like that. And I think,
welcome to the podcast.
Yes, and that exactly, and that is kind of how I feel with, you know, the Arg band. It's just I'm finally doing what I want to do, something I feel like I always meant to do, and I love it. It brings me so much happiness. I travel up and down the country, go to different cities. I do lots of gigs abroad in Spain, Ibiza, Marbella.
You are looking tanned.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're not.
No, I know. What do you mean?
I'm actually flying to Mallorca for a gig tomorrow morning.
Oh, take us with you.
Yeah, I'm going to Mallorca, and then I fly from Mallorca to Alicante for a gig, then Alicante to Marbella for a gig, then I go from Marbella, I'm on a cruise for like 8 nights.
I love a cruise.
So I am literally, it's full time.
So I've got a question, because from what I've seen, is it like a specific music type? Because I'm an R&B gal through and through, and I'm like, does the Arg band do different genres of music?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think on TOWIE I was predominantly known for like putting on a tux and a dicky bow and like singing some Sinatra and
that's what I'm picturing.
And don't get me wrong, I love the like American Italian swagger. Like, I love like the whole Rat Pack era, Frank Sinatra, D. Martin. I love their style, the way they dress. I also like, I'm a huge fan of like, you know, those like Italian mafia type movies, like The Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino. Like, I love all of that. And yeah, don't get me wrong, we still have a bit of that in the set, but no, what we do is obviously we take requests, so if there's like specific songs or genres that people want to hear, we'll do them. But I might start off the set with a little bit of Sinatra, D. Martin, and then we move on to a little bit of Motown, Little Temptations, then we move on to reggae, then we do a bit of then we do a bit of rock.
I need to hear that.
Then we do a bit of reggae, we do a bit of dance, so we move on to rock and roll, R&B, pop. So we cater for every audience, and we have a wide range of music to kind of like but we love the classics. We love, like, no matter what type of genre it is, we love doing the classic stuff.
I do picture you in a nice marquee singing like the old, like, you know, the wedding songs.
Go on, give us this.
What's the songs? What's the, like, going to the chapel? Like those sort of like, the feel songs. You know, have you ever watched Father of the Bride?
Oh yeah,
my favourite film in the whole entire world. Like, that's the sort of band
Andy
that
Williams
plays there.
Can't Take My Eyes Off You. There isn't a gig there isn't a gig I don't think I've ever done from the start where we haven't finished on that
that's
song.
what that's
it's
what
actually
I'm
the
picturing.
first song that I ever sung on TOWIE, so I always give it the spiel, go guys. So are there any TOWIE fans out there tonight? Anyone seen a show called The Only Way Is Essex? And sometimes you go yeah. And then and it'd be like, well, this is the first song I ever sung on TOWIE. It's the last song that
full
I'll be
circle
singing for you
moment.
this evening.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So you have talked about you go into here and you're on a cruise and then you're here. Do you kind of set yourself as celebrity wedding band?
No, not at all.
No?
No, not
Can
at
us
all.
normal folk have the Arg band at our wedding?
Absolutely. We cater for the working class public.
Do you really?
I always said that from the it's obviously the Arg band, it is a business, and it is like my bread and butter now, and it's how I make my money, and it's my full-time job. But it's also something that's really been amazing for my lifestyle and my health and my happiness and stuff like that. So I always said that I didn't want to be the most expensive party function event band, but in my bedroom most nights of the week. I said I always said that I want to be out gigging as much as possible. So I on purpose made it affordable to the
masses.
Yeah, the masses. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's some gigs where I will be doing high-end venues like Soho Farmhouse and like the Dorchester and things like that. But then there's other gigs where we could be
Village Hall.
Exactly.
Village Hall in Gloucester.
Yeah, exactly. We would never turn down a job or a gig because we don't think it's classy enough or elegant or blah blah. We do all types of gigs, and we love to meet all different types of people, from traveling community through Jewish weddings to
your TOWIE mates that
TOWIE Essex knees up to the gangster stuff in Marbella. We do anything.
Do what we want.
We do anything. Do you know what I mean? We just love to gig. We love to perform, and we've made it extremely We've made it extremely affordable to the working class. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Which weddings are better?
Ooh.
Every single one.
Don't give us that shit.
No, every single one brings something different. Whatever wedding's got the most bridesmaids.
Well, you've just opened that door. So what are we saying then? Because your old lover is now engaged. It's now on. What are you?
Which
what's
one?
It?
Lydia or GC?
GC's engaged, isn't she?
Yeah.
Is Lydia engaged?
No, Lydia's in a relationship.
Okay, all right. So they're off the cards.
Lydia's one of my best friends, and I've actually got to meet and spend time with her new boyfriend.
Yeah,
we get on well, so that's great. Gemma's still a good friend of mine.
Yeah,
and she's engaged now. I'm really happy.
Are you singing at the wedding? That'd be weird.
I don't think I'll be asked to sing at the wedding, but if they need my services, then
I'll double the price.
I'm more than happy to do it. Yeah, Gemma's got a few quid, so she can pay.
So where does that leave you? Are you in a relationship?
No, I'll be honest with you. At the moment, I'm single. I have been kind of dating and stuff like that. And yeah. No, I am single at the moment. I was with someone, and that kind of relationship ended at the end of last summer.
Okay.
And then since then, I haven't been in anything serious. I'm open to it. I would like to meet someone. I would like to settle down. I feel like I'm finally in a place where I can not only look after myself, but I can take care of someone else. I've got I'm happy, I'm healthy. I've been clean and sober for over 2 years now.
Congratulations.
I've got all my weight off. I've got a good steady job, income.
Yeah.
I've got a family home.
This feels like a dating advert.
Yeah.
So, ladies,
if you're not going to book the Arg band for you, book them for your bridesmaids.
I've got a family home, but I just haven't got any family in it. Do you know what I mean?
We need some sad music over there.
Beth, you're not legally taken.
Do you know what?
Legally, no.
Do you know what? I must admit, one of the biggest. So there's pros and cons to every job, right? And I feel like one of the cons of being a wedding singer and being single is it can be quite difficult. When you're seeing people get married, when you're seeing the first
happiest
dance,
day of their life.
happiest day of their lives, and you get those love songs, the romantic songs, and you do stand there and think, oh damn, when's this? And I'm constantly in wedding. I'm constantly at weddings, so it can be a bit difficult when I'm thinking, oh, come on, like,
I just want that.
When's this going to happen for me? And
but I think that actually genuinely shows that you like care about the wedding world. Like some people like love it. Like we love it.
Yeah.
Like we're obsessed with it. It's weird. I literally cry at every bride I see walk down the aisle. I'm like, this is amazing. But like, if you didn't care, it doesn't hit the same. And that's the like relationship you have with your clients. I suppose.
It's so true. You said that, and I'll be honest with you, like for me, like I find it such an honor and a privilege for someone who's getting married, and it's like, for a woman especially, it's like the most important day of their life.
Yeah.
And they're asking me to come and perform with my band. Like, it means so much to us.
I think they then talk about their wedding forever.
Yeah.
You are forever in somebody's memory. You will forever be talked about in that. My first dance song was this, and it was sung by James Argent and the Arg Band. Like, I have the same. I say
I love
it every
how you're
wedding.
not calling him Arg anymore.
I'm trying to. James
Argent from the Arg Band.
There we go.
James is trying to find himself a nice woman, and Arg is not the person who's looking for a date. It's James, and we can vouch that James is great. But I don't ever sit at a wedding and not appreciate the level of what this day is.
Yeah.
Like, it's important to be involved in it and to give 1,000,000%.
It's a real honour to be asked to perform and be a part of someone's like special day, and it means the world to me. Like, we get so many like lovely messages after saying like, oh, you know, like Arg was so lovely and the boys were great and they made our day and like stuff like that, and that just makes us feel so good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It brings us so much like feels wholesome or joyful, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
So if we were looking at a lineup of bridesmaids, what do you want? What are you looking for in a woman?
I don't even know what my type is, because I think like if you was to put Gemma Collins, Lydia, and my ex-girlfriend, the Italian Stella, all next to each other, I don't think they're all completely.
Are these your
different.
rebrands though?
No. These are I've only ever been in a serious relationship with 3 women in my whole life. So, but yeah, it's quite hard to find the link between them, because they're all completely. One's like really young Italian who lives in like the mountains in Italy, ski instructor. Lydia's like. Lydia's from like a foster care family who's like quite, you know, quite sensible, and like she's a single mum, and then you've got Gemma who's like a GC, like
wild card.
Like they're all completely different looks and like personalities and like jobs, and so I don't know. I think that the only thing that I tie between all my exes is that I think I'm quite attracted to I'm quite attracted to strong powerful,
women.
Like successful.
You
women,
want someone that'll look after you?
No, but I don't need looking after. I'm old school, and I'm definitely a gentleman, and I'm old school, and I can take care of a woman for sure. But I don't know. There's something. I think the only thing I can connect my exes with is that I'm quite attracted to someone who's quite
got a bit of thing their own.
Yeah, who's quite strong, quite powerful, who wants to achieve their own dreams, have their own goals, and like wants to get things done.
Every great man
behind every great man is a
woman. Is a great woman? Behind every great woman is a great man?
No.
It's a strong woman, maybe. Behind every great man is a strong woman, or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds good. So let's picture you're with Mrs. Right.
It's still going.
No, I've changed. I'm going back to the podcast. What's your wedding looking like? Give me your wedding.
Would you sing at your own wedding?
No, I wouldn't sing at my own
wedding.
Really? No.
I don't think you can sing at your own wedding.
No, I wouldn't. No, but I would have the Arg Band playing at the wedding.
Without Arg?
I would have the Arg Band playing at the wedding. So like, I would have like all the musicians playing at the wedding. And I would have all of the singers that that kind of like, I always have guest singers and people that sing alongside me, the likes of Tony Roberts, the likes of Che Chesterman, who come third on X Factor,
nice,
the likes of Moni Tavoni, who is he's literally the Ginger Bob Marley, and he's a self-proclaimed Jamaican. So like I would have like Ryan Green, like I would have all those guys as my wedding singers, and they're all a big part of the Arg Band.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't sing at my own wedding.
No, not even for one song.
The entertainment would be covered.
Yeah.
Easy.
Would entertainment be so we talk to our couples a lot about put your money where the most important thing to you is. So if you're into entertainment, that's where your money goes. If you don't care about entertainment, that's fine. Have a DJ.
Yeah.
Like don't overthink it and compare yourself to weddings online that have then got. Same for like decor. If you're not into the decor, don't spend loads of money on all this. But would yours be entertainment first and foremost?
Oh yeah, I love entertainment than anything.
All day long.
Even
music.
when even when I really like, obviously I don't go to nightclubs or bars anymore. That's not really my thing. I love going out for nice meals and restaurants, but when I'm going out to some of the places in London, I tend to always go to ones that have live music, live bands, entertainment. Like I
just think live music hits different, doesn't it? Hits on those emotions.
I mean, you're both coming to the Arg Band and Friends night at She's Chigwell.
Which we will get some content of as well. So
I mean, listen, I don't think you girls could have any more of an Essex experience what you're about to have.
I'm
scared. You're in Essex, you're at James Arg Argent's house, you're about to go to Sheesh Chigwell, and then the likes of Mark Wright's going to be there tonight, Joey Essex, blah blah.
Stop it! Can you sit us on a table with them?
You can't. It can't be any more Essex.
I'm literally going into. How long ago was TOWIE then?
TOWIE first started 13 years ago.
Yeah, that was like my
13 and a half years ago, something like that.
Yeah, I was definitely watching you when you were on there, and now Beth is still watching. I'm like, I'm out. Like
I just love it.
Yeah, but I've got a child now. I've got work I've got to be doing. I can't put on
I ain't got
TOWIE.
kids.
I feel like that's like the target audience, though, isn't it? Like mums and stuff watching reality TV. I feel like that is the target audience, maybe. Like,
maybe I need to redouble in it.
I think it's predominantly. I think back in the day, I think everybody
was watching it.
Man, child, like husband, wife, nans, granddads, aunties, uncles, everyone. But I feel like predominantly that kind of type of show, reality TV, is more kind of for like women.
Maybe I don't really take the woman role in our household. So Brian, maybe you should put a bit of TOWIE on. I might work in. I might do all the weddings.
So seeing as you dodged my question earlier about which weddings you preferred in terms of the celebrity ones or the higher end ones to the working class weddings, we call them the working class weddings. What is your ideal wedding? Is it marquee, venue,
what's your favourite to do?
That's a good question. I don't know. The first thing that just come into my head, don't get me wrong, I love the marquee weddings and things like that. The first thing that come into my head is I do like the kind of like the manor hall type.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that look a bit castle-y. Like, they are always really quite cool and like traditional. And,
So do you like a tradition? I picture you in like a London townhousey cool place.
Yeah, I like
But are you
that.
more of a traditional boy?
I think I've always been quite traditional and old school. Like, I like that. Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, nice manor house. So anyone that's getting married in a nice manor house.
Country, that kind of thing. And like acres of land around the venue, like castle-y kind of style.
Is that what the wedding you're going to do then? You're going to be in a castle?
Well, I think it's down to the lady, really.
Yeah. You're such a
I'll have a say, and I'll obviously want to input, and I think that I would 100% put my foot down, take over the entertainment side of things.
Fine.
Fair.
But I think that it is, I feel like it is the ladies' day, the woman's day, so I feel like she's got to really have a...
Girls, play this on loud.
It's true though, isn't it? Am I wrong? Am I right?
No, so
I know it's 2024.
No.
We got it in the net.
We got in trouble for this. So Brian came on an episode, and obviously I married him, so he was talking about our wedding, and he was like, look, traditionally, the guys aren't as involved. They get involved in it, and everyone was like, oh, blah, blah. And I was like, but it is. Like, 90% of our weddings, the grooms aren't hugely involved. They'll take a bit like you are, where they're like, entertainment is my jam.
I'd definitely be involved.
Yeah.
But like, not like, I wouldn't say no, like, I wouldn't like, yeah.
Yeah. It's their day, you get
I still
spice.
don't know whether I would, this is a thing, I don't know whether I prefer an abroad wedding. Or an English wedding. Yeah.
Would you go abroad?
Part of me feels like I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, do you know what my dream wedding would probably be? Actually, it is. My dream wedding would be in Italy on the Amalfi Coast.
Yeah.
Positano or Capri or Sorrento or Ravello or something.
And talk us through your wedding. So we're in Italy, sun is shining.
We're in Italy, the sun is shining. I've been out on my Vespa going along the coast.
In my head I've got this, it's like a movie.
I haven't passed my driving licence, but someone who I'm with would be renting one of those really old school Fiat 500s.
Get the girl
like
to do it.
Old school ones. Like, and we'd be driving along the coast, and you'd have the most amazing backdrop of the ocean and like the mountains and the... Oh, that would be my dream.
All right, and then
with a bit of like Sinatra music playing and mafia style music and Dean Martin and
So and then we get there. You pull up. You get out. Are you in a white suit?
I think I'm in a traditional black tux.
Yeah.
With a dicky bow, but I think I've got like Godfather style, like red handkerchief or a red rose.
I love how he's like, nah, not really sure, but I'm having a black tux.
A red rose, having flowers. I'm
That's some more with everyone napkins in the air.
I love that. That's
kind of
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
I do, but like that outdoor, everyone long tables. You guys are coming down. There's fairy lights everywhere. What food are you going? Italian food? Is it a feast?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
I mean, I would love some cannoli for dessert.
Yes.
I love that. That's very
Have you seen the
Godfather-esque.
Have you seen the cannoli man on TikTok?
No.
So there's a guy.
What?
I am doing this
I need to
at
get
a
my phone
wedding.
and follow him.
So this bride, we saw this thing on TikTok, and it's basically this guy on the dance floor, and he's got these 2 piping bags around his neck, and he is pulling cannolis out and piping them for people on the dance floor.
You're joking.
So,
that is my dream.
So my bride
No,
message.
I don't think you realise that cannoli is my
I
favourite thing
don't
in the
think
world.
you. I really
Guys, I'm not
don't.
joking,
I'm
man.
joking now.
I
Stop
love
laughing at
cannoli.
me.
Like, cannoli is pure
Your jam.
Godfather.
Yeah.
Sopranos, Goodfellas, Casino. That
Well,
is
this
like,
bride wants to do it. She's doing literally your dream wedding, so I'll send you some
really?
photos. But
Can't you get me to sing it?
you can. Do you know what? She'd be well up for that. It's like next month though.
Where is it?
Just near Pisa.
All right, let's talk to her.
All right.
Yeah.
But so she wants this cannoli man, and we don't have time to find it. And she was like, I've got the caterers, they can do all the stuff, and I was like, I'll do it.
What we
Give
should
it,
have
I'll
done.
pipe it. I am the cannoli man on TikTok now.
Woman.
Well, yeah.
What we should have done is we should have done a competition, and for anyone getting married in Italy or Amalfi Coast, Arg could have come something at a wedding.
You've just said it.
You've just said it here.
If anyone is doing this wedding, pop us a DM and we'll have a little word with our friend James.
Or what we'll say is, if anyone is getting married in Italy, like the Amalfi Coast or Positano Capri or whatever, something like that, give us a list, and whoever's up for it, and we'll do like at random, we'll pick it out. And if we pick out, I'll come and do their wedding.
Well, we were saying this about doing a surprise, like turn up to a wedding in the evening and just surprise people.
Gary Barlow style.
Yeah. This is the perfect day.
yeah, that would be good.
All right, we'll take you with us to an Italy wedding. We'll get you there.
Yeah, I'd love
We'll
that.
get you piping the cannolis on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Just
that
into your mouth and into. So we've done your wedding. Let's talk about some of the weddings that you've been to. What is the worst thing you've seen happen at a wedding? Give us juice.
The worst thing I've seen happen at a wedding? Oh, that's a good question.
Anything go wrong? Anybody end up in tears? What's happened?
There's been times, and it's happened a couple of times, I'll be honest with you. There's been times where there's been a wedding and they've used a marquee and they haven't got electrical generators, and very schoolboy error. They've hired like a big catering department. They've hired the band, DJ, and they haven't got like generators, and they've relied on the power from like
the
venue.
Yeah.
And then like the electricity cutting out. That's something.
How do you deal with that as the band? Because what can you do? You can't.
Well, we have to we're just ready to rock and roll again, and maybe sometimes we'll get a little bit of an a cappella going.
Yeah,
So
no,
don't get me wrong, we confront it, and it's not down to us. It's not our fault.
Yeah.
But we do say to them, especially with the marquee birthday parties, weddings. Marquees are a lot used for birthday parties and at people's homes, but we do say to them, like, guys, make sure that you have like the generator for electricity, because that's a big thing. It's happened. We
always say backup generators.
Has that happened? Have you known that?
Yeah, I've had it, but we've had backup generators because that's our rule we go by. If you've got a generator, we need a backup.
Would you say that's the wedding planner's role?
Or
Yes, but they don't always have a plan. When you said birthdays, that was maybe that's what it is. They've got a mate that's got a marquee.
Yeah.
They whack at the marquee.
Yeah.
Weddings typically.
They'll like literally like they have like a
5 extension leads all plugged into each
They'll
other.
plug into like one output, and then like
No, good. To be fair, good wedding marquee companies. It's their job. If they're supplying the generator, they quite often send out a form to you guys to say what power.
That's the only thing I can think of in my head where something's gone wrong. Touch wood, I've never really seen any big dramas. Or punch-ups or
it's coming.
Like
it's coming. I tell you.
How many weddings do you kind of do a year?
We do loads. I don't even know specifically how many. I'll be honest with you, like it's growing year in, year out, which is great. Like every year, like I used to always worry about. I don't have this thing. Sometimes I've struggled with like being in the present and being happy in the present, and like we've had a really good run, good few years, but I always worry about what's going to happen in 2026, like we're already looking great for 2025.
Nice.
So which is good. So yeah, I don't know specifically how many weddings.
No, but you're taking them all. You love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're doing plenty.
So bands have a stigma with being maybe a little bit high maintenance.
Oh yeah,
no.
especially celebrity-led
riders
bands.
that they need.
No,
what do you guys require?
Do you know what? I don't even know we even have a rider.
We need to sit and talk after this.
Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, I don't know how well managed I've been, but yeah, we don't even really have a run. I think what we might ask is just there's water while we perform.
Yeah, okay. A basic human right.
Water while perform. I think in the past when I've done like not specific to weddings, but like when I've done tours at venues and stuff, then I've asked for like maybe like make sure there's a kettle there, boiling water, manuka honey,
nice,
some lemons.
Now you're sounding more like a band front man. That's what we want.
Do you ask for food?
Yeah, we asked for a dinner, like just a bit of food, like for the boys, and then maybe some of the lads, like we asked them to have a little beer or maybe or something like that. But that's as far as it goes.
Fine.
We're not like asking for Skittles and the exact amount of reds and yellows and things like. We're not like that.
Georgie does.
We might. I don't even. There's no allergies in the band. I don't think.
No,
and I don't think. I think there might be 1 or 2 vegetarians.
That's all right.
Nice,
we like
easy.
veggies. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's as far as it goes.
Oh, okay, so you're literally not demanding.
We're not demanding fruit platters.
We need to like totally separate TOWIE Arg then from the Arg band. It's actually nothing to do with it.
I've really never been like that.
You were always my favourite on everything else.
I've always
like
to think I've always kind of like to think that I'm pretty down to earth.
You were the boy next door kind of thing. You were always the...
I think I still am.
Yeah.
A bit more confident nowadays.
Yeah.
But I think I still am the same kind of person.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going back to how fit you're looking. Sorry, Brian. We get a lot of... And again, there's a huge stigma around this of weight loss before weddings and things like that. How do you sit with it? So say if you got married 6 years ago, I imagine you would look at those photos now and be like, I wish I'd felt, and not even lost weight, but like we're healthier then, we're doing this. What would you recommend to people that want to lose some weight to feel confident and happy on the day, and how you lost the weight?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend like drastic diets because I've done it in the past. Like, I've tried every diet going, or like I would lock myself in a boot camp for 2 weeks or something, and then just like lose loads of weight very quickly and then put it back on. I mean, I don't think it's the best way because like I think you maybe want to do it not just for the wedding, maybe like long term or for health reasons. And diets cannot, certain diets aren't always great. I would think that, if you know you're going to get married, I think like usually you have like a good year to plan a wedding, don't you?
Yeah.
I think maybe just like have more of a long-term plan as a short-term plan.
Because it's hard because a wedding is this like this is the biggest day of your life, and
you do want to look your best.
It's meant to be the day you
want to feel confident on your wedding day. You want to look your best. You're fully aware that all eyes are on you, and like you said, like these moments and memories, like these wedding day pictures, they're going to be looked at forever. Aren't they?
And I bet you would look back and be like, I don't even recognise that person.
I think you'd want to just feel your best and look your best.
Because I've spoke to other brides before who have lost the weight, got married, and then put the weight back on because that was, like you said, a quick fix of it. They then look back at their wedding photos and goes, I don't recognise that person because I lost so much weight. I'm now never going to look as good as I looked on my wedding day. There's like that balance between...
And sometimes, like even for me specifically, I always just tell myself like the skinnier I am, the better I look. But that's not actually the case.
No,
I don't think so. Like there's been times where I've like gone a bit too skinny, and I always thought, actually, I look a bit gaunt, or I maybe look a bit older, or blah blah. And like I think you've just got to get to a healthy weight, really.
How do you keep healthy? What's your healthy? I've seen you do a bit of boxing on your...
I do have a balanced diet.
Yeah.
So, I have a coffee in the morning, a shot of ginger shot, maybe a little bit of orange juice, multivitamin tablet. Then I like my eggs in the morning, or a bit of porridge. And
how do you like your eggs?
My luxury in life breakfast is scrambled eggs and smoked salmon on toast. But obviously that's more of a treat where I go out. Not really do that indoors. I actually just like cook like 3 boiled eggs and have them.
You're like Brian. Brian's basic.
3
He's
boiled
just like
eggs, slightly runny, or a bit of like like the porridge where like you just add the hot water into the porridge pots and blah blah. So that's what I do for breakfast.
Do you scramble your eggs in a microwave or a pan?
What a weirdo.
I've never ever done it in a microwave.
My friend does it in a microwave, and I think it's so weird.
Yeah, no, it's always been a pan.
Just on a hob, isn't it?
And then lunch.
just wondered.
Lunch could consist of like just a healthy, balanced lunch, like some vegetables. You got to have some carbs, otherwise that's when you get the gaunt look and you get tired.
I fucking love carbs.
Like whether it's a bit of rice or sweet potato or or I'll try and be healthy, quinoa or whatever, but
Yeah.
I usually have like meat or fish and rice and vegetables or salad, and then like something similar for dinner, and then in between maybe a little I never wanted to be this guy, but maybe like in between I probably would have a little protein shake.
No.
Oh damn, I've turned into one of those guys. I'll probably have a little protein shake, or like plenty of water. Or like the odd snack, like one of those like protein bars, or
do you know what
I don't know, a bit of hummus and carrots.
So what you're saying is we have to eat healthy and exercise.
Listen, yeah, and I do like my exercise. I'm in the gym like Monday to Friday, like whether it be a bit of boxing, a bit of paddle tennis, a bit of weight training. I do love swimming in the summer months.
Yeah.
I used to like swimming all year round, but ever since I lost my weight,
it's colder.
Honestly, when I was 27 stone, I could get in one of those ice baths or in a freezing cold sea and just float and laugh. And I'd be like, oh my, like everyone else is freezing. I'm just like, I'm warm. It's like I'm in a bath. Yeah. As soon as I lost this is crazy. As soon as I lost all my weight, I'm in there now and I'm like, I'm struggling and I'm having to try and build up to I try and add on like 15 seconds or 30 seconds every time I do an ice bath or plunge, or whatever you want to call it. Because it's a real thing.
Wow.
It's a real thing. That's why I was such a good open water swimmer, because I used to everyone else be wearing wetsuits and I would just wear Speedos because I was so warm.
Well insulated, me.
Yeah, I was just so warm.
I've now just got an image of you in Speedos.
You do you, hun. Whatever does it for you.
So we can't ignore that we're in Essex. What would be your 3 tips to
Vagazzle a wedding?
I wasn't going to say that, but
I'll say it.
We'll roll with it.
That's a good question.
Have you ever been with a girl that had a Vagazzle?
What?
No. Never ever seen one. Never been with one. I don't know what that was all about.
A proper thing, everyone had them, in Essex.
Well, I remember being young and being like, am I meant to be
I never
Vagazzling?
come across any. I mean, I had a girlfriend for many years.
She didn't seem like the Vagazzle
type.
type.
She didn't seem like a Vagazzle girl.
GC seems like she'd Vagazzle. We're going to have to get her on the podcast. We're going to have to get her side of all this and say, well, actually, Arg, as he's known, Vagazzled everything.
3 ways to Vagazzle a wedding, Essex style. I mean, I think that Essex is known for having a good knees up in a party.
Yeah.
So I presume, I mean, it's not great advice for an addict like myself, but I think loads of booze for loads of booze from early doors, and I think music, entertainment. I think a good Essex wedding, people should be singing and dancing even at the wedding breakfast in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Things that I think that's always a good sign for an Essex wedding. Food wise, I don't know. I've been to some Essex weddings. They've had pie and mash and things like that.
I've never had pie and mash.
I have it.
Oh,
There's
you
loads.
have to have it. I mean, it's not specifically an Essex thing. I say it was more like a Cockney East London thing, but most of Essex, especially my part, is everyone from moved out of East London, come here kind of thing. So I think maybe a bit of pie and mash.
So we're not it's not. You can be luxury and extravagant in certain things, but still be down to earth in other bits. I friggin' love a pie.
Yeah, nice little watch on your wrist, something like that.
Yeah, nice watch and a pie. That's what I want.
There we go.
You touched on it, but I want to come back to it because it's not actually something I'd thought to ask you, but it's probably quite important. You're sober.
Yeah.
So you come to weddings. Let's go to a wedding as a guest. Have you been to a wedding as a guest sober?
Yeah.
What are you wanting? Because we do the same thing. We talk about booze and cocktails are so important and shots, and we don't think about the market.
I think there's definitely got to be non-alcoholic options, whether it be mocktails or just soft drinks available. And then
do you like the non-alcoholic beers,
No, I've never been into that.
Yeah, because so is it a gimmick sometimes?
Yeah, I just feel like I never really liked the taste of alcohol. I kind of had alcohol to get drunk.
Yeah,
it wasn't really particularly the taste. So I mean, it has worked for a lot of people. Yeah. There's a lot of people that have got clean sober and they do like the non-alcoholic because
I guess you get the feel of holding a beer
and the taste or whatever. But for me, it was never about the feel of holding it or the taste. It was always just to
I want to get drunk.
Get fucked up. Yeah. So it was so for me, no, I just have soft drinks.
But do you want to feel like you're still involved in it, or would you want it to be there's non-alcoholic stuff, there's lemonades at the bar, you have to go to the bar, or do you want to walk in and then be here's the prosecco, here's the no secco, it's not a big deal, or do you want it to be more I can go quietly and tell people I'm not drinking?
No, it doesn't bother me anymore.
Just up for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are quite aware of like my backstory and what I've been through and stuff like that. So, you do still get some people like, oh, come on, have a drink. Don't be boring. Come on, let's do it. I'm like, and it sometimes can be quite difficult. You have to try and explain, but sometimes you don't always want to explain or go into details. But no, I'm used to it now. I'm very good at handling them sort of situations.
There's a lot of people that don't drink at weddings, and they do get massively over missed from the plans and stuff like that. That they're not being thought about because we're just like cocktails.
We're there to work anyway. Don't get me wrong. Like the boys in the band, they like a party and they like a drink, but they won't be pissed up or boozed up before we perform. Yeah. Like they might have 1 or 2 beers. And then afterwards, once we've finished our set, feel free. Like if you want to go and get involved in the party, enjoy yourselves, have fun. But we've got to be professional.
Yeah, fair. All right.
I bet they have a good time.
They do. They make the most of it for sure. Especially if there's a good buffet.
A lot of it's like unsociable, isn't it? And I think that's the thing people forget is that in this job, you do miss out on a lot. It is usually weekends, and you guys especially are working late. So like we had a client last week, and I saw the sax player. They had like shot limbo, and he was like going under the shot limbo and doing shots of them, so because they wanted him to.
Yeah.
So it's like you have the two kind of different clients, I suppose, where you have get involved clients and other clients like.
Yeah,
you're a band.
I spoke to 2 clients yesterday, one of which is a gorgeous, very well-known place in London, very high-end, spoke to her very professionally, and then the other one that I called a dick at one point, because she's banterful. Like, do you kind of change your tone to whose wedding you're performing at?
No, I feel like I try and talk to everyone the same.
You're still the Essex boy.
So, yeah.
You get away with it.
I don't feel like I'm... obviously, I'm from Essex, and I am an Essex boy, and I'm one of the lads, but I don't think... I feel like I'm relatively well spoken.
Yeah.
For an Essex boy. Like I don't feel like I'm proper like, what mate, you sweet, right, son? I don't know. That does come out of me sometimes.
I've got a voice note from you.
It all depends on my mood or my environment. That can come out of me sometimes. But I do like to tell myself that I'm a relatively I'm a James Argent, a wedding singer, not Arg from TOWIE. You're right, Shan?
Yeah.
All right, sweet mate, you good? Yeah.
Sound.
I can be both.
I think I've got some questions from people online. So
cool.
Just before you jump in quickly, so if people were interested in booking the Arg band, what's the process like? How do they get in touch?
I think the best thing probably would be to send a DM via our Instagram.
Yeah.
Which is at the Arg Band.
You had to think about that then, didn't you?
At the Arg Band, yeah. Send a DM. And there's a lovely lady, Leanne, who will respond to you, and she's like, you can arrange a phone call with her or messages or whatever. So yeah.
And you do the whole shebang, don't you? You can do daytime music.
Oh, we can do daytime music. We can do the party set at night. We can do like roaming. The boys can do roaming with their guitars going round. We can supply a DJ. Yeah. We've got drums, we've got bass, we've got guitar, we've got keys, we've got
they
sax.
can mix and match.
Yeah,
there's
want. Different packages dependent on how big or how small you want to go, and depending on what your budget might be. So we try and make it work for anyone.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Question.
Go on.
This is a bit of a rogue one.
Go on.
So what happens? So the Arg Band, you're obviously there.
Yeah.
But what happens if you're ill?
Oh.
Or something like that? Like, what happens then?
I mean, touch wood, that's never happened.
But I suppose people would fear that the band is based around you. But like you said, you've got some amazing singers and performers around you.
I mean, listen, if it was ever a case of where I physically... I mean, obviously, you'd have to try and give whoever booked me as much notice as you possibly can. And if it was ever a case of I couldn't physically get there due to illness, then, I mean...
Put them on the spot here, Beth.
No, it's a good question. Then, I mean, there'd be one or two things. We could either help, like you could either cancel the gig and then, get a refund, and then we would help you get someone else, or you could go ahead with the full band and use the other singers
You need a cardboard cutout of you.
You could that. We wouldn't leave anyone in the lurch.
No, they're still a fantastic band without you.
Yeah, exactly. And we have
respectfully.
No. They are. No,
we don't need you.
You'll see it tonight. I'll probably get up and do 2 or 3 songs, and I'll enjoy the party. Do you know what I mean? You'll see it tonight. But yeah, the other guys, the likes of Che Chestnut. Wow, one of the best voices in the world. Ryan Green, amazing. Artist in his own right. Tony Roberts, wedding singer king. Moni Tavoni, gets the energy, the vibes. They are phenomenal. We would never leave anyone in the lurch. Put it that way, and we would work around it.
Yeah.
But you seem like you genuinely love it, so it's not like I've got a cough, I won't be there. You
never,
would be like
no, I love it.
Even with 2 broken legs, you probably turn up in a wheelchair and be like,
never ever.
You can answer it how I answer it. Event people don't get ill. No choice.
I've never cancelled last minute. I've never not turned up. Touch wood. I've never had an illness that's prevented me from getting there.
It is the whole stigma around the celebrity bit.
There was one time where, this is years ago, this was before I even put together the band. I think there might have been one time where I was away on holiday and there was so much aircon and in the room and stuff where it was so hot, and I remember my voice might have completely gone.
Oh.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's the only thing where I was like, oh my God.
But I still think you can be there. Your presence there's great, and you've got, like you said, you believe in the band that you've put together.
I'll get the tambourine out and I'll get on the dance floor. Do you know what I mean?
I'll cut the cake. What do you want me to do?
He'll be slow dancing.
I've actually got about 4 tambourines there. What colour do you want? Yeah.
So some questions from listeners.
Sure.
What is your favourite part of the wedding?
My favourite part of the wedding is the party set.
Yeah.
They've got the first dance out of the way.
Yeah.
The drinks have been flowing all the day. Everyone's lively and feeling like the good vibes, and the Arg Band's smashing a party set, seeing everyone on the dance floor, hands in the air, singing along, cutting rug, having fun.
Wait, what does cutting rug mean?
Making shapes, isn't it?
Yeah, dancing.
I told you I'm cool.
Cutting rug.
I told you.
You've never heard? That's old school saying.
That is old school.
That's not a trendy saying. That's an old school saying.
I'm there with you.
She's
How
old.
old are you?
36.
Yeah, see, I'm closer to Arg than you're just a baby.
How old are you two? Oh, is that rude?
No, I'm 32.
I wanted him to guess.
All right, how old do you think Beth is? No, it's mean. You can't make him guess.
Did you say you was older or younger?
Well, you have to think about it.
Well, should be an easy
I think
guess.
This is a lose-lose situation. So I'm gonna
This is whether we air the podcast or not.
Beth is, what are you? 28.
Nice.
She's a little bit younger.
What I was gonna ask, you love that bit.
Yeah.
What is your get on the dance floor, cutting rug song?
Do you know what? I don't even sing this myself, but the band sing it, and with one of the vocalists will sing it. But I do love a bit of Superstition, Stevie Wonder.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a big Stevie Wonder fan.
I can see that. I like that.
The best.
So would that be they do the first dance? Is that song number 2? What's the song that you play as
I've got open.
All right, what are you singing then?
It all depends.
No, give me my wedding. It's a fun wedding.
I think maybe start off, obviously we're going into the party set, so let's start off a little bit. Let's do party vibes, but start it off slower. So I think maybe a little Motown song, a My Girl or something like that.
All right, yeah, I'm in there.
My Girl or a Brown Eyed Girl.
Yeah, I've got brown eyes.
Yeah, Sweat La 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 La. That kind of stuff. Yeah.
I like that.
Bit of reggae, whatever you want.
What's the best wedding you've been to and why? Go on, you can name drop here.
That's a great question. That is a great question.
As a guest.
Yeah.
Oh, as a guest?
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's a bit sad, but when I think about it now, when someone says to me, what's the best wedding you've ever been to? It'd probably be, the first thing that comes into my mind would be Jack Tweed and Jay Goody's wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That did look stunning.
Yeah, that's
Do you think it was because of the
when
feels?
you ask that question, that's the first image that comes into my mind.
And why? What was good? What was nice about it?
I just think that it was just a beautiful, special day, really.
Filled with love.
Jack's still one of my, good friends, and we're still in contact and stuff. And I just remember him being so young, and it was just such a magical, special day. That's just the first image that come into my mind when you ask that question.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Somebody also asked, I'm looking to get into singing at weddings. What would be your tips?
I would say practice makes perfect. Practice. Get a nice little set together. Build up some good repertoire. And then I would say start singing where you can, even if it's like pubs or bars or restaurants.
Earn your stripes.
Yeah, earn your stripes, get confident. That's what I did. And then, like, you know, if there's any family parties or birthday parties or mates parties, you know, get up and do a song and take it from there. And then, I think that's kind of the way to do it. And then, do you know what's really good as well? Go to like these open mic jam nights and like these open mic and these jam nights. That's what I've done. That's what a lot of the boys have done over the years that I've like, you know, I'm very lucky and honoured that I can perform alongside some of these amazing vocalists and singers, and I've learnt a lot from them, and I think that they really earned their stripes. There's some really cool open mic jam nights in London where like you get some amazing singers and you have a live band and you can literally write your name on a list, or if you know the person asks you, say you want to sing, and you can get up and it gives you an experience of singing with a live band and with an audience and stuff, and that's a really good way to learn and practice.
And I guess connections as well. If you meet someone there that you don't know then what they're going to go on to do, and you meet up later on. Yeah, I like that. Final question for you. So couples that are listening to this, they're in the midst of their wedding planning. Yes. If you can give them one tip to help them think when planning their wedding, what would be your tip?
Book the Arg Band. Book the Arg Band. If you want the number one party, event, function band in the country that's going to get everyone up on the dance floor, singing, dancing the night away, smiling, making memories, there's no better band. We've got some of the best musicians in the world behind me. I've got some of the best vocalists in the world alongside of me, and we cater for every audience.
So you think it's all about that party?
Every ethnicity, every culture.
Everyone.
We will get the party started.
Fine. Amazing.
So that's the end of the episode.
Thank
you so much, James.
No, thank you for coming to my house.
Of course.
Thank you for inviting us.
I hope this isn't going to go, you know, like when I said I'm like really like humble, down to earth. I hope it's not going to go against me that I made podcast come to me.
Wow, when he said he couldn't drive, we were like, oh,
could you just tell everyone?
Make it work because I've got so much going on.
Just tell everyone how you answered the front door, though.
I answered the front door topless.
And we think it was on purpose.
Maybe. I've just been to the gym and I've been on a run, so I was literally.
I didn't even press the doorbell, guys. I got here and the door opened, topless, like, oh, wait.
You caught me off guard.
Yeah, off guard. You were sat waiting at this table, like, are they there? Are they there?
It's like when the delivery
doing push-ups before you got here.
When the delivery person comes, you're looking out the window, you've got to run and hide and be like, okay, count to 3. Hi. But genuinely, thank you so much for coming on. We are very excited to come and see you perform later. We will show everybody what you can do.
Get some good content. Put it on your socials.
100%.
Tag the Arg Band.
Yeah, we will. Do not worry. But thank you so much and best of luck. And I'm sure we'll see you at weddings in the future.
Thank you very much.
Bye.